What's up guys, Chenzo here. Today we're taking a look at a new budget-friendly mini camp fridge from SetPower. This is the AB16 and it just released earlier this month. So in this video we'll talk about its features, its capacity, and its power consumption. Then we'll load it up and we'll hit the road and see how it does at the campsite. So let's take a closer look. So first up, let's talk about the price. I've seen the current retail price range anywhere from $229 online all the way up to $339. But right now on the SetPower website, it is listed at $199 on sale. And after having a look at SetPower's website, I can definitely tell their products are aimed at a more budget conscious consumer, which for me is definitely a plus. If you guys have been camping with me for a while, you know that I'm always on the lookout for a good value when I'm shopping for new camping gear. And SetPower also provided a 16% off discount code if you follow the link in the description. I'll leave that code and those details down below if you want to have a look for yourself. So right out of the box, we've got the fridge itself, we've got a few accessories, and we got a couple of power adapters. You can charge this fridge using the 110 volt wall charger, and you can also power this fridge using the 12 volt cigarette lighter power supply. For accessories, we've got a shoulder strap and an enclosed ice box. We'll take a look at the shoulder strap first because it is kind of interesting. It has these two clips on each side, but the clips do not fit the mounting holes on the side of the fridge. So it looks to me like you would have to release this strap, run it through the mounting points to use this shoulder strap. That doesn't seem very user-friendly to me. It's definitely not very efficient. But I'll have to give this shoulder strap a try and see if I actually find it useful. This enclosed ice box is kind of a similar story. It's definitely a nice little bonus accessory, but it does take up quite a bit of space inside this compact mini fridge. And once you have it placed in there, it fits kind of awkwardly. I would have much preferred to see something that fits into this fridge a bit more seamlessly. So my first impression of these accessories is that they're nice to have, but they don't seem to be the most practical. This fridge is definitely compact and it weighs in at about 18 pounds empty. It's marketed as a car fridge, and I think that's pretty accurate. The dimensions on this are listed at 22.2 inches long, 9.2 inches wide, and 14.2 inches tall. At this size, it can easily ride shotgun, or it can conveniently sit on the floorboard of your car. SetPower says you can fit 20 cans inside this fridge, which gives you a general idea of its capacity. If I'm camping with my wife, I can probably pack enough food to last us an entire weekend. And if I'm riding solo, I can easily store enough food, snacks, and drinks for an overnighter or even for a long road trip. Now let's get this plugged in. We'll have a look at the control panel and we'll also take a look inside. So I just turned it on. I'm using my Jackery 300 Plus to power this. As you can tell, the control panel is very minimal. It does have a lock function to prevent you from accidentally changing the temperature setting on this. But overall, I'm having a look at this control panel. It seems very minimal, very user-friendly. Overall, just very sleek and nice. Let's go ahead and pop it open. We'll hit the button here. It does have a metal hinge, so that's going to add to the durability. And as you can tell, once you pop the lid open, it does trigger an LED light, which is a nice touch. One thing I'm noticing right now is that the fans are very quiet. I heard them when it first started up initially, but now as the fridge is running, it is maintaining a very nice quiet running level. Inside we've got a nice big main compartment, and then we've got a little smaller compartment over here where you can probably store some snacks, maybe a couple of cans. The cooling range on this is 64 degrees all the way down to 0, so you can use this as a freezer as well. Let's go ahead and load this up and see exactly how much food I can fit inside this fridge. Got tin cans, got some cheese for my sandwich, family pack of deli meat, some cheese to snack on. That fits in there pretty well. And then of course I got some mustard for my sandwich. And last but not least, we're gonna put some snacks over here on the side. Actually, whole pack of Nutty Buddies, and that's pretty much full. Got a little bit extra room here, maybe for some condiments, but that's pretty much what full looks like, and that is more than enough for an overnighter for me. And yeah, let's see if the lid closes. Perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this to about 33 degrees, and we'll see how much energy it's pulling off the Jackery here. Right now it's reading 59 watts, which is kind of high, but I do know a unit like this will cycle on and off. And it's kind of hard to tell how long this will last on one full charge on this Jackery. If I did have the luxury of time, I would probably just let it run until it drains out. But I've got a camping trip coming up tomorrow, and I think I'll take that opportunity to just go ahead and test it out on the road. If I get maybe about 8 to 12 hours off of this 300 watt unit, I'll be happy with that. I would definitely recommend running something a little bit bigger. If you're planning to do a full weekend trip, I would say maybe a good starting point would be a 500 watt unit, but I think for a one night trip, this should just about do the job. So overall, my first impression of this unit is that it is slim, quiet, it has a decent capacity for its size, and I think it will fit just about anywhere in your car, but I think it's time to hit the road and see how it performs at camp. Let's do it. Good morning, guys. I just wanted to give you a quick update on my first night using the SetPower AB16 mini camp fridge. So I got to camp yesterday at about 11 o'clock. I parked the fridge up on my tailgate, and it was really nice just being able to grab a beer or grab a snack without having to worry about any melted ice or water contaminating my food. As far as portability goes, this unit is really small and compact, so it wasn't really hard to find a spot in my truck to store it on the way over here. And then being able to just move it around camp was really nice. Even loaded up, it was still pretty light. I didn't really feel the need to install the shoulder strap. Because the unit is so light, I was kind of just able to lug it around wherever I needed it. And overall, I found it very convenient. It held its temperature really well. I dialed it into 33 degrees, and it stayed at 33 degrees until my battery power ran out. And speaking of battery power, like I mentioned earlier, I am using a Jackery 300 with a 288 watt hour capacity, and that lasted me about 8 hours. So I got out here at 11. By 7 p.m. I was pretty much done with all of my snacks and dinner, so that was about the perfect time range for me. So for a frame of reference, the Jackery 300 lasted me about 8 hours, so I would definitely consider using something bigger to power this mini fridge, especially if you want to make it last a whole weekend. I would definitely recommend a Jackery 500 at minimum, and something with an 800 to 1000 watt hour capacity would definitely be more ideal. But overall, I'm really happy with this fridge. As you guys know, whenever I test out products, I like to test them long term and really put them through their paces before I pass a judgment on them. But since this is a very new unit and it just released earlier this month, SetPower wanted me to get a review out so you guys can have a look at the AB16. So that's why I just did this quick little shakedown run. So I can't really speak to the durability of the unit, but as far as first impressions go, everything went really well, very smooth, and I'm really happy with this unit. So that is my review of the SetPower AB16 mini camp fridge. As always, thanks for watching, stay stoked, and I'll see you in the next one.